Hello, it's Tom Donald from the London Contemporary School of Piano. Today, we're going to have some fun. We're going to learn how to improve fast blues improvisation. This is going to involve some backing tracks today. We're going to play around with some backing tracks, so do head on over to our website because we've included these backing tracks into our free resources kit. If you've already got our free resources kit, it upgrades itself. Just keep the link, don't lose the link. Check your emails, they're all there. But yeah, do head on over to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, to get the free resources kit because you're going to want to practice this. This is really fun stuff. This is stuff people love to practice, they love to get better at. How to play fast blues. I mean, who doesn't want to play fast, hey? It's just too fun. And we've got to be careful we don't go too fast without foundation and without substance. So this is like a bit of a workout routine to help us. So what we're going to work on today is rhythm. I'm not going to talk about notes and chords. We have other videos for that. So go to those videos, check them out if you need some foundation there. We're going to play in the key of F. We're going to do a 12-bar blues in F. We're going to play major blues, a mixture of minor blues, but I'm not going to be telling you about that. We're going to be focusing on rhythm because the key to getting faster is rhythm. And we're going to focus on swing. So today is a tutorial on playing swing faster. We're not doing other grooves. We don't have time. So we're just going to focus on swing. We can do other grooves another time. And swing's really fun because it attaches to some different types of rhythms that we can play around with. And it's going to help with jazz, it's going to help with blues, it's going to help with your technique. It's so we're going to start with 120 BPM, but many of you that will already be too fast and you'll need to start a bit slower. So we're just going to establish a firm swing rhythm and foundation on 120 BPM. I'm going to start the backing track. Here we go. Trying to do here, I'm trying to lock into that rhythm, that swing rhythm. Da 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 ba da ba da ba da. I can leave gaps, that's fine, but I want to lock into that rhythm, that feel. So that rhythm, da 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 da, that swing rhythm, I'm just locking into it. But I can leave gaps, I can catch my breath, leave a gap. Gaps are really good. And gaps create a little bit of space in the music. We don't just want it to be noodling on. So gaps are great, but you want to lock into that swing rhythm. And in our free resources kit, we do have this backing track at different BPMs. So I've got it going 120, that's a moderate one. But we have some slower ones in there to get you started. Now, what we do as part of this practice technique is we up the BPM by different intervals. And if you've got an app like iReal Pro, I'm using the iReal Pro app, by the way, which is really helpful for stuff like this. You can do this going up in 5 BPMs as well, 125, 130. But this is really good, 135, 140. By going up in intervals with your BPM, you're learning to lock into the rhythm and build up your tempo skills. It's a little bit like warming up when you go to the gym, just warming yourself up. Start at a slower tempo and we build up our speed. And if you do this in a methodical way, you'll be surprised, you'll be shocked how fast you can actually go. Because you've got some foundation behind your speed. It's not just sort of throwing caution to the wind. So we're going to go up to 130. We're going to go in intervals of 10 in the interest of time. If I went up in groups of 5, we could be here all day. All right, so now 130 BPM, same thing, but just a bit faster. So we're going to keep playing the same game here. We're going up to 140 BPM. And you could do this with me right now if you want, even if you're just playing the right hand. I'm playing some shells in the left hand, but again, we're just focusing on tempo here. All right, 140 BPM, let's go. .150 BPM. Let's go. How are you getting on? Now, those of you who are feeling that you've got some limitations with the scale, you might need to spend some time practicing the scale in different octaves, playing the minor blues with it. Just locking in with that tempo. There's so many different ways you can practice locking in with that tempo. But we're going to just, for the interest of this exercise, we're going to keep pushing along. Now we're at 160 BPM. Let's go. You know what this means? 170 BPM. .180 BPM. Here we go. Okay, 190 BPM, wish me luck. By the way, head on over to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, to get the free resources kit. It's got these backing tracks in there. we've got to the 200 mark now, 200 BPM. Let's go. Okay, and to finish off with, let's go 210 BPM, and then I'm going to show you one little secret sauce. Let's go. And you could think, well, how far can I go? You know, can I get up to 250, 260? But steady, hold your horses. And the reason why I say that is because all I'm doing there is playing swing, eighth notes. What about triplets? So if we now dial it back to our nice, trusty, slower tempo, like 150 again, there's just something we need to keep in mind. In fact, I'm going to go back to the original tempo we started on, 120. And this leaves you with something you can practice. You'll need to go to our website, obviously, to get the resources kit, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com. And by the way, this stuff is really fun to do with another human being. So you might want to consider getting coaching at our school because we can help you with this stuff. It's so fun. So triplets are another extension of the swing rhythm, and it sort of unlocks everything. So far we've been just doing this rhythm. Swing. And a triplet is this, is where we evenly distribute 3 notes across one beat, and we get this sound. So at 120 BPM, back to that first tempo we started with, I'm going to play triplets instead of swing. Here we go. I'm going to leave gaps as well. Swing and triplets together. Swing, triplets, swing. And of course, I can play that same tempo game by bringing the tempo up 10 BPM at a time, and now I'm integrating triplets in that, and things get pretty fast. But you can see how that step-by-step form of practicing tempo is going to help you stay under control when you get faster. It's a great practice technique. I highly recommend it. So do go to our website, get the resources kit, play with the backing tracks. Have some fun with this, and I look forward to seeing you on our next video.